Hello world, this is Zan with Stairway to Eternity, turn number 17. Just going through the messages, it looks like we have found a magic site. It's an enchanted gate. I believe it's an astral one. And this is good. I hope I find a lot more of these because astral is going to be is a solution I've chosen to solve my mobility issues for my armies by having warlocks like Marbus uh, at astral 4, which is a path they can get very easily, cast gateway and using a few items so they can actually, command up to 200 or even more troops. That way they can now move between my provinces because otherwise it will take me the whole game to move from one end of my empire to another. So I hope I find more astral sites. That's good. Any of those other guys, well, it is what it is. There was a battle in Satis with Urmor. Oh boy. Let's see how this goes because this determines a lot for me, man. Because I'm really on the fence of this war, and really the winner of this battle is probably what side I'm going to support more. So we have the Urmorian Knights. We have a bunch of lictors. And the reason I'm kind of ignoring the rest is the real power of Ormor is in their sacreds, especially when Novell is playing them. If they get blessed, we'll see they're blessed in a second. On the Tissa side, we have Elite Warriors, which are fantastic little units. Not this one, or that one. Normally, they have very good attacks. They have 2 attacks each. They hit very hard. Piercing damage for 20. It's crazy hard. They're slaves, so their upkeep is cheap. And their morale is supposed to be low, but for a slave, 9 morale is good, and then you have all this other shenanigans being applied. So it's a slave with 14 morale. This unit's fantastic. It doesn't have a helmet, but that's fine. You just you make more of these. They're really good. Over here you have these Sobek warriors. They're cap only non-sacreds, but they're also really good. Because look, they still have 2 attacks for a lot of damage. They have 20 protection without any buffs on. They hit very hard, and they have a lot of hit points. They're very good. So like the Satician army is actually very, very strong. In here, it looks like they've got a Holy 2 High Priest, a Holy 3 Lizard King that they can recruit. There's probably a Holy 1 back there. Their Prophet's probably in this army somewhere. They have a Marsh Master. It's a great mage. Let's see how this goes. Can Urmor brute force this? Because those are very solid troops over there. Urmor didn't bless their troops. I want to say that most likely Urmor walked onto the capital. Sakane, who's playing Satis, had a bunch of assassins ready for it. And they probably assassinated a good chunk of the leaders here, and most importantly, he assassinated the whoever was supposed to bless everything. Now, what's going on with these guys? Why are they purple? Confused. Oh, that's actually really good. So it's not as bad right now because they're not blessed. But imagine when these guys get blessed. I mean, we remember their bless had quickness in it, amongst a bunch of other shenanigans. But now there's a 30% chance they're going to do nothing, and a 20% chance they're going to start fighting. They're going to swing at their friends, and their friends probably aren't going to swing at them. Oh, that's really good. The Decree of the Underworld. That's excellent. It pretty much disables a lot of the power. Like, look at this guy. He's facing the wrong way. He's not routing, I think. Oh no, maybe they are routing, or they're going somewhere. But I think they're just swinging at their friends. Excellent. And just to check, what's statistics plus? It can't be too big. Yeah, that's pretty good. Penetration is going to help their priest in this exact situation that's going on here, and it's going to help their. They can recruit lizard shamans in any of their forts, which are N1, S1, and those are going to do some big like enslaved mind balls and other fanciness. So yeah, this is solid mage list. It's very non-committal. And I think there might be more to it. Yeah, because Decree of the Underworld means high death. It means high death, and if I could click one of these guys, there's no death here. This is Earth, Reinvig is Earth, and Penetration is Astral. And Decree of the Underworld is a high death pass, so that means there has to be some sort of undead bless into it. If I was going to be ridiculous, I would probably thug out like undead lizard kings or something. I don't know. Oh, I don't even know if MA satis can do that. That would be funny because they have pretty good stats. Anyways, we have a battle in Droigar, and this is my throne. This is the throne I was going to go for. It looks like it did not bump anyone. I have a staunch line of spears, I mean Morning Stars. And this time they're all going to get blessed correctly. So now they have this high protection and all this shenanigans. They're in Heat 3, so it almost looks like their defense is passable. Almost. And they're going to fight a bunch of foolish samurai warriors. And I guess whatever bugs get sent at me. Yeah. Foolish samurai warriors get mace to the face. Very often a mace to the face. And then we have here the lesser fire elementals coming out. And these guys, you rarely see them because you usually just want the big ones. But the interesting on these is that they're very similar. They're very similar to the comparison of a lava warrior to a burning one. Because although they're smaller, they have less hit points, they're still ethereal. They still have a very strong fire shield. It's 11, and the big one has 14. And they still hit very hard. The big ones hit for 20 plus 3 because of the firepower. So these guys doing 17 instead of 23 is the odds are that still kills somebody in one shot. So even for being the tiny ones, this is really good. And if I were to have bumped into Asphodel, these guys would have been clutch because 11 AP is still enough to kill the mannequins and centaurs and whatever else they want to send my way. Uh, since the only thing I thought was this, a little bit of overkill. Uh, how do I play this game? Yeah, that was beefy. Beefy, beefy, beefy. Good job. We're gonna bump the scales. We're gonna check the throne. Throne of Earth. Excellent. You get gnomes. And I can probably talk your ear off on why these guys are good. Let's just say that this province is now as good as my, maybe not as good, but near as good as my capital in terms of how important it is to me, because I'm going to start recruiting these guys the moment I can, the moment I can get a fort up, and just never stop. I will never have enough of these little gnomes. Earth 2, Nature 2 is just fantastic for Abysia. And then as I actually start recruiting and using them, I'll probably go into details on why. For now, let's see what I can recruit in places. One thing I do need to check, because I was thinking about this, is it will take Hooligan, my prophet, 1, 2, 3, 4 turns to make it to this throne I just got and claim it. Claim it'll be on turn 5. In that meantime, I can recruit a slow to recruit mage that is Holy 3 as well. And it will take him 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. That's how slow Abyssians are, guys. So I think I'm going to go with that route and just leave this guy preaching. And maybe even move him around to some other provinces to start preaching. Because over here, especially, I don't want Remorian Dominion to kill my population faster than I will. I don't want that to happen. Or Asphodel Dominion in like Renthdale. It's another reason I have this guy preaching. Because these are two pop kill provinces, and I don't want this one, Renthdale, to go down. Let's keep site searching. Another thing with these guys, and the reason why I'm recruiting 2 of them, is I just found out, I did some research. There is only one site for fire magic that requires fire 4, and it spawns exclusively in a hot wasteland. Meaning, if this guy walks around with fire 3, he will site search every fire site, he would be able to find any fire site possible and save me the having to cast augury. So I'm going to recruit 2 of them, and those 2, their job from here until they die of disease, which will probably be sooner than the end of the game, is just site search everything. I might even recruit, like, once I get a castle up in this, in former Pangea, I might even recruit a 3rd one over there. Just because, again, the sooner I can find those fire sites, the sooner I start getting the fire gems. And I know they're expensive. Like, their upkeep is high, their recruitment cost is high. The recruitment cost, in my opinion, actually is not even that bad. And because they're slow to recruit. I'll talk about that in a second. But fire gems in particular have this little interesting thing that they can do in alteration, I believe, called transmute fire. So technically, although I'm paying more upfront right now to get a mage and pay him to go find me fire gems, in a pinch, if I need money, I could actually just turn these gems straight into into gold. And this is fire 2 as a requirement, and then +2 for every mage level. I believe my god is fire 6. So this would be 28 gold per gem that I'm going to be getting. So like if I did that every turn for 6 fire gems, and I think it's after the first, I would get like what, 100 and something golds each. That's not bad. And it's kind of like an emergency thing. You don't just do it with 6 gems. You'll do it for like 30 or 40, and just here's an extra 1,000 gold, build all your castles, and then your castles increase the admin power or the administration bonus and get you even more gold. It's a good cycle. To that end, let me just assign these scouts out. I kind of hit not N to kind of cycle through all my commanders and make sure that they're all doing something. I need to get the scout out. He might die this turn as the TIS patrols. This one here, let's see who's coming in. L, you're dead this turn, unfortunately. Can you craft me anything useful? Nope. Nope. Rest in peace. Igas has completed the fort building. We have a bunch of garbage units over here now. Nothing really they can actually do. Deotaris, Scout, keep going into Naba. What else can we do? We have another Scout. He can move up, which means who's moving here? Barag. Barag can move up here as well. Okay, and then finally over here. I'll search with Forfax, and I'll start bringing these lava warriors back with Gerson. The reason I'm searching with Forfax is that way it does the blood too. And again, it's just opportunity cost, because eventually I'll get Marbus over there and he'll also search for it. But man, the searching is going a bit slower than I want, and this is 100% my fault for starting late. I should have started searching much earlier, but I really want to bump up this research. It's at 206, which is good. I try to do 10 per the turn, and then once like lightless standards come out, it just explodes. In theory, because I also haven't site searched fire, because I'm horrible. So it'll take me a bit to get construction 6, especially if I keep this thaumaturgy. But this should all secure a war with Nabal, which is a pretty beefy, scary player right now. Now, a Thog here. I don't know. Let's see, a pilfered deity. Is that Micklin or is that a pilfered deity? Is Micklin? Okay, so this is Micklin Dominion. Just fine. I didn't want it to be a Asphodel Dominion because that'll be pop kill. Oh, I wish I could drop a temple here already, but I'll have to move both of these down here because I want the lava warriors to be either on this castle in Ukraine. No, because if I put them there, it kind of gives it away. And this turn, anyways, I need to be sending him. But I just need them more centrical than this very far away province that's probably going to get attacked anyways. And actually, on that note, he could probably cloud trapeze there and blow up my fort. So what I need to do is if I start building a fort now, I'll have a palisade up in 4 turns. But I can't afford it. Unless I stop recruitment on this guy. Because Abyssians are expensive. So let me go ahead and start this. And that should time such that I can defend. It will be up before I start my war with Naba, and I don't have to worry about them just cloud trapezing something on here. And to that note, let me just leave 20. This is an important fort for me. Let me leave 20 of my sacreds there as kind of like a permanent garrison. They will always be on this province. I know 20 is a lot, but I'm doing my best to recruit more. I should have another 20 here. Oh, and shoot. Let me send some more blood hunters. So Redshirt can come over here. Let's get Maskin, and he can move up with this Lingers to help patrol. And we could have one of my baby warlocks forge me a sanguine. Oh, right, because I have to actually bring the slaves into my lab before I can forge that. Whoops. There's gonna be another hit to my research if I send out another warlock to start site searching. It'll kind of do it twice as fast. Oh, yeah, man. This is 19. Yeah. I'm gonna justify and just send him out. And he's gonna start side Asshole 3 as well. I wish I could recruit someone else over here. Maybe I could if I recruited a baby warlock here. 285. No, I don't think there's no way. If I want to build that fort there this turn, there's no way. Eventually, I need to get an infrastructure here. So it's yeah, things are just getting expensive because I'm recruiting a lot of these big warlocks. But these are the lifeblood of my nation. Huh? Lifeblood, little magic. And I just need as many as possible. They're the ones that are actually going to fight and do things for me. Next turn, I hope I have a little bit more money because I need to get the lab up here and start getting these Camazotz. It looks like this war might go back and forth, which is perfect for me. And I need to start capitalizing on the fact that I can make Camazotz right now and have them also start side searching death. I need the gems. I can't get very far just building my troops because they're absurdly expensive. And the thing that's absurdly expensive that I need to be able to pay for are these warlocks. Because I can't make twice born them or anything. They're just gonna cost money forever. All right. Let me do some things. I need to send or more money because I'm gonna forget again. 21. I have no money to send, and I still need to send it. And let me send a message to the Omniscious. Burning one's here. Made a deal with both sides of the Ermorian coalition, leaving some details out on both sides, of course. So it's going to be a nap 3 with satis and control of Camazotz Cave on Ermorian border for as long as the war with Ermor goes. As the coalition against Ermor stands. Ermor when I return cave. Otherwise, it is mine and I do not advance. Excellent. Via Discord, we'll end nap with Naba only if Fascia does the same and attacks them. Confirming nap with Asphodel. Who was worried I'd send some angry lava warriors at them. I think this is some of my Diplo. No response from Relay. I think this is some of all of my Diplo so far. I've done some fancy things. But otherwise, great expansion. TLDR. Diplo with everyone. Not 100% joining Romar Coalition. Just getting a nice province from it. Okay, I think that's fine. That's a good message to the omniscients so that people can read it and laugh at my crazy hijinks. And via Discord, I'm going to find out who can make me water gem. Not Novell, he's not going to make his god do that. I don't know if you guys get water magic. You do. Excellent. Okay, so Grippa is a person I can ask. Satis is somebody I can ask and I have good Diplo with. Pinji is dead. I don't know. Okay, you, I can do it. Fascia. Okay, great. I have good Diplo with Fascia and Satis. Okay, Diplo with Asphodel. So I'll just throw it at them and I'll see what happens. And I think that will be the end of turn 17. See you next time.